Jason's easel as he worked on his latest masterpiece. A brush stroke here, a dab of paint there, each move deliberate, focused. But then, a flicker of movement in the corner of his eye pulled his attention away. A tiny ginger kitten, barely bigger than his hand, was staring up at him with wide, emerald eyes. "Hungry, little guy?" Jason murmured, reaching for a half-empty can of tuna he kept in his bag. He placed it on the ground, along with a small bowl of water, hoping the tiny creature would take the offered kindness. He went back to his painting, his heart filled with a familiar warmth. But when he looked back a few moments later, the kitten was gone. The next day, Jason found himself drawn back to the same spot, his easel set up, but his mind filled with the image of the ginger kitten. He felt a strange pull, an inexplicable yearning to see the little creature again. As he started to paint, a soft meow pierced the quiet evening air. There, in the same spot, sat the ginger kitten, eyes bright with recognition. It approached Jason cautiously, then let out a tiny, trusting meow. Jason scooped up the kitten, its soft fur warming his hands. The little creature purred contentedly, nuzzling into his chest. In that moment, Jason knew this wasn't just a chance encounter. This kitten, this tiny ball of ginger fur, was meant to be his. He named him Oliver, after the gentle, kind-hearted character from his favorite book. Oliver was a whirlwind of energy, exploring every nook and cranny of Jason's studio, chasing stray dust motes, and cuddling up on his lap while he worked. Years passed, and Oliver grew into a handsome cat, his ginger fur gleaming in the sunlight. He still loved to cuddle, especially when Jason was painting. He'd sit on his shoulder, his purr a gentle lullaby, as Jason worked, inspired by the love and companionship of his furry muse. One evening, as Jason was painting a particularly vivid sunset, Oliver jumped onto his easel, knocking over a glass of water. The canvas, a beautiful representation of the sunset, was ruined. Jason sighed, the frustration evident in his slumped shoulders. He looked down at Oliver, who stared back, his green eyes filled with a strange intensity. "It's okay, little guy," Jason murmured, picking up the kitten. "Accidents happen." But then, as he ran his fingers through Oliver's fur, he noticed something strange. A tiny, almost invisible scar, just behind his ear. A scar that looked suspiciously familiar. Suddenly, Jason remembered a story he had read in the local newspaper a few years ago. A story about a ginger kitten who had been rescued from a burning building, its tiny body bearing the mark of a narrow escape. The kitten had been missing, presumed dead. A cold hand gripped his heart. Could this be the same kitten? The kitten he had rescued, the kitten who had brought him so much joy, was a survivor, a fighter, who had defied the odds to find his way back to him.